Hi, this is Stephanie Coffrin. It is Friday, September 24th, 2021, and uh, I'd like to document uh, issues I'm having with harassment and stalking by local law enforcement. Okay, my first issue was I have a lawn care that I have to deal with being a property owner. And I'm also ate up with arthritis, so I'm not able to do that work myself. So I have to hire someone to do it. Okay, so I hired, the grass was high, it was clearly needing the work done. Somebody left a note on my door, a guy named Robert. Uh, I will mow your lawn for $20 front and back. That's outrageously low, but I planned on paying him more, but I thought since he was going to charge 2 hours work up to your above your knees, that I would go definitely give him a call. So he sweetened up the deal with the note on my door. So of course I immediately jumped on that because I am on a fixed income. So I hire him 40 for the front and the back instead of 20 like he sweetened up the deal for, just to get his foot in and to get the job. He was actually sent here by law enforcement. I've been having problems keeping somebody to mow my lawns. Either they want to charge me way too much, and law enforcement's got cameras in my house. They've got my phones hacked, so they're well aware of my business ventures, whether it be mowing the lawn, a doctor's appointment, every aspect of my life. They've got they're listening in on the other end. So clearly I'm discussing I need somebody to mow my lawn, and then suddenly, poof, it's like magic. Here's the guy willing to do it for free. He all but offered to pay me so he could mow my lawn. Okay, I'm thinking that's not going to be an issue. I'm leery of that because if it's too good to be true, if it looks too good, it usually is. And it's beyond if it looks too good to be true. For me, it's more than just not true. Ends up being a nightmare. It ends up being a sabotage. It ends up being framework of corruption by law enforcement. My situation is, he came to my home, mowed my yard twice. The third time he came, there was a drug encounter framed up, pushed on me within my yard with these people on my property that police had actually sent here. A guy walks up while I'm out there working in my yard with the lawn guy and woman that police, criminal drug informants that are trying to stay out of jail for their charges. Cops sent them to get it into my yard and into my life. So they did try to deal, which was all on camera, and that was my cue to end that relationship with the too good to be true lawn employee. So I decided not to contact him again because they were acting like they were on drugs. They're out there tweaking out on my property. I don't use drugs. I don't commit crimes. And I just want somebody to do the job without any nonsense. So I complained about this on Facebook to a good Christian woman that I grew up with. I asked her, could she help me? Because she had offered her sons to send him over here in the past to do painting on the fence and other issues. And I reached out to her and asked her, can mow? Okay, so she said, I will send my husband. Her husband came over, did a good job. I agreed to pay him $70 for the front and back, and because it was kind of high again. I paid him $101, which is $31 more than what I agreed to pay him. Why did I do that? Because I could trust him. I knew they're not junkies. I knew they're not confidential informants trying to stay out of prison, trying to frame innocent people up and push nonsense, commit crimes against me. I knew she wasn't going to do any of that because I know what type of person she is. So he came over, was real happy, contacted me later and told me, ma'am, you paid me $30 too much. Real honest guy, was going to bring the money back. I guess he didn't. And it was folded up. He went home, ate dinner, got a shower, and called me around 10:30 and said, ma'am, I need to bring your money back. You overpaid me. I said, no, I wanted to pay you that good because I appreciate the good work that you did. I appreciated him being here and feeling safe on my property to be in my front yard without the government having confidential informants over here mowing my lawn and framing things up, trying to create a criminal environment that does not exist. So he was real happy. I was real happy. We're good to go. I get on Facebook and I see directed conversation in a comment that said something about Tulsa by an account that I knew nothing about. The directed conversation was, so, he lives in Tulsa. That was telling me that that law enforcement had this person, nice man that mowed my lawn, followed home, and they contacted him. So now I need my lawn mowed again, and the nice guy is dodging me. He's ghosting me. He's playing little games. Instead of just saying, no, I won't mow your lawn because police have contacted me and slandered your name, police are contacting associates that I have, and they are slandering my name. They are eliminating any relationship with quality people that I seek, that I've had, that I've sought, that I will seek. I've been told that they will interfere with all my personal relationships, business relationships, everything. And they've done exactly that. I can tell by the behavior of people that newly come into my life, quality people that won't lie, that won't frame up corruption, that won't try to throw drugs on and say I'm a drug dealer or any bullshit like that. Police eliminate those people from my life, and then they send junkies to leave notes on my door to mow my grass for next to nothing. Okay, this is a problem because I'm tired of this harassment. It's not any type of surveillance system here. It's beyond surveillance. Surveillance is legal, but harassment is not legal. Okay, unlawful home is not legal. Sending druggies to walk up on my property and say, here, hold my drugs and I'll help you cut this limb. Okay, I've got that on video. That's why the other guy hasn't been back. So now the good guy, the woman I grew up with, husband, that was happy, I was happy, is not answering my phone calls because he has been contacted by law enforcement. He has been told, oh, you don't want to do business with her, you don't want to get involved with her. And call it, or keep saying really bad things, enough for people to just, that are nice and everything's going great, boom, to the extent that they are done. They are done with me. After one time encounter at my home or in business or any kind of social interactions I have with anyone, people are nice at first until these people that are stalking me, which is law enforcement, get in contact with them and they slander my name. And they're telling them something very bad. And you know what? I don't have a criminal record. I have no felonies. I've never been to prison. I have no crimes against me. I don't commit crimes. But they are slandering my name to the degree that people that I'm a good person. I'm likable. I'm nice. I'm fair. And I'm being pretty much dropped. In one encounter with good people, anybody that's quality people. Okay, I've been trying to contact this man. I've left him text messages. He said he was at a concert. I tried calling him at 5 o'clock today. I mean, before, they answered the phone every time. They texted right back. He even offered, after he left, to come back and hit the weeds and stuff with more poison. He was very nice and very polite and happy with me. And now, they won't even answer the phone. Okay? And after he left, that Facebook comment directed conversation to me, basically told me we went to his house. So, he lives in Tulsa. He does live in Tulsa. So I messaged on that comment, so you followed him home. So, which I predicted. This is actually predictable now. My best friend that I grew up with, we hadn't talked for quite a few years. And I got in contact with her and tried to mend that relationship. We were getting along great. Okay, at first. And then, boom, she quits out of nowhere. Stops responding to me. Stops calling me, texting me, ignoring my text. Me and this girl go back to the 8th grade, as far as back to the 8th grade. She's been contacted. They've contacted her. They've slandered my name. And they make people run away from me. These people are turning everybody away from me. So, I got some text messages today. They're harassing me by my phone. You can pay $100. I've looked online. You can pay $100 to monitor somebody else's phone calls and text messages. Okay? I've seen this online. I know the technology exists, and I can prove that it exists. So, what happens is whenever my phone rings, I answer, their phone rings. The stalker, the harasser, the hacker, actually, when my phone rings, so does theirs. All they have to do is push a button and listen. Stick the phone to their ear, and they can hear everything that I'm talking about. And every text message that I receive or send, this is happening in my life. And when they have all this information about everything I'm trying to do, as well as people that I'm associating with, trying to associate with, they have the power to eliminate those relationships. And that's exactly what they're doing. They are using my technology to find out who my acquaintances are. Same with dating. I can't date anybody. I wouldn't even dare try, because they send people to approach me and try to woo me that are trouble, that are actually to try to come in my house, get them in my home, get them out there mowing my yard so they can do whatever they want out there, or so they can at least say that they've been here, and they can make false claims or allegations about activity on my home, on my property, or inside my property. So this harassment is ongoing. It is eliminating every social relationship that there is. I've had to close my doors. I used to work part-time because I am on disability. I would work what I could work physically and legally within the amount of money that I could work with Social Security. Okay. I'm locked in there to try to do a couple of haircuts to make that money that legally I'm allowed to make. Because they send them in for haircuts. The police need junkies to harass me. I get in my car to go to the store. There's always somebody walking around. By the time I get there, they've got somebody there to look at me weird, to act weird, to come after me. I've got a video where a man actually came after me. And I rolled my window up to protect myself, but he was coming after me to hurt me. And I rolled my window up, and my back window did not roll up. He stuck his arm down in there, and he grabbed a grocery item from the back of he was looking for something to steal, what was most valuable, but he was trying to do it fast. The only thing he could get was a bag of chips. I did not call the police because I know the police are behind this. They're using druggy confidential informants, deploying them against me, deploying them to harass anybody that's a part of my life, good people. They're harassing them like they're harassing me, letting them know, leave her alone. Do not help her. Do not do any work for her. She's bad news. The police are contacting them somehow saying, don't associate with her. She's a criminal of some sort. None of this is okay. And it's ongoing, and this is for my evidence. This is a phone. Let's see here. I can't answer my phone because of the harassment. If I don't know the number, I don't answer it. These are the messages I got on the phone. I love you more, I love you more, I love you more, I love you more. 24 times. See how I'm scrolling down to the right? See that black bar moving? 24 times. Number 209-303-6305. It's constant harassment, phone, online. 2 Facebook accounts have been I've been locked out of 2 Facebook accounts that I've stored evidence on. But I've got copies of all of that evidence. So they've actually had me locked out of 2 of my Facebook accounts. I'm getting notifications stating that there's evidence with Facebook that my Facebook account is not secure, that there is activity on my Facebook account. So, as I go to the store, if I go outside, second I walk out my door, there's a guy walking around the corner, or a female. Usually it's a rough-looking guy. They act crazy, they yell shit, and act intimidating. This is all being sent to me by law enforcement. Okay, this is illegal. This is harassment, and it's stalking. I'm going to try to call Ernest, the nice guy that... Oh, and the other guy, the Robert, the one that came over here and performed, was mowing my lawn, that law enforcement, the druggie dude that they sent over here with the cheap quote, a free quote pretty much, just to get the creep on my property. As a matter of fact, they know I'm trying to get my lawn mowed right now. They know I'm trying to get in touch with the good guy that I feel safe around, because they hear me calling his phone. So I've been calling and texting and calling this guy for 3 days. Everything was great until about a week after he left my home. Okay, and then he went silent. So, what a coincidence. Now this guy calls and leaves me a voicemail.
Press 1 to retrieve your own voicemail box. Press 2. Press 1 to listen to your messages. You have 0 new messages.
Hey, Stephanie, it's been a while since I talked to you. Didn't know what happened about mowing your yard and stuff. This is our new number. I guess just give me a call. Thank you.
Press 1 to read your message. Press 2 to listen to the next message.
Hey, Stephanie, this is Robert with you. It's been a while since I talked to you. Didn't know what happened about mowing your yard and stuff. This is our new number. I guess just give me a call. Thank you.
Press 1 to read your message.
Okay, that's Robert, the druggie the man that the police sent to my home. So what is happening here is they are listening into my phone calls. They know they are contacting people that work for me, quality people. They are turning them away from me and eliminating them as a prospect for me. And then they are calling me, trying to send the druggie guy that I quit talking to because of the game that they played on my property, trying to incriminate me and create a criminal environment that does not exist. That's the guy that just left me that message. What a coincidence. He calls because they hear my phone calls, and he's trying to get back over here, and he's trying real hard. He's called quite a bit, and then he quit calling. But now that I'm making phone calls and seeking this service, boom, he calls because they are listening to my damn phone calls, and they are interfering with my business ventures and the services that I need done. They are getting good people to refuse me, to where my only option is the junkies and the confidential criminal informants that police are sending to my home to seek employment for these jobs that I have to get done. So this is for evidence that these people are harassing me. They are sabotaging my relationships with quality people. This is Ernest, the good guy. The drug-free guy. It'll go straight to voicemail.
Please leave your message for
First, let go.
Hi, Ernest. This is Stephanie again. You was at the concert last night, and then you were driving when I called earlier. I'm sorry about that. Casey told me the other day to try to call your phone at 5 before you started driving. So anyway, I'm really not trying to bother you, but I need to get this work done. So I like to work. I thought you were happy with working over here. You were really nice and happy about it when you left. I don't know what's happened to where I can't get in contact with you. So I'm just curious, has something happened that you do not want to do this work over here? Because you were all about it last time after you worked here the first time. So can you let me know if you're going to do the mowing and clean this place up to get it ready for sale, and the kind of the last cleanup of the summer? You seemed like you really, you said you wanted to do it and you were going to and everything, but then you went silent on me. So can you call me back? I don't know if if I'm going to have to hire somebody else to do it. But that druggy guy that, I told you that I was having problems with people harassing me and stalking me over here. He called. What a coincidence. Here I'm trying to call you to get you to do the work. And then he calls, hey, do you need your lawn mowed? And I've been ignoring him because those people were bad news. So anyway, I was really happy with your work. I paid you $31 more. I did that so you would be happy and come back, because I'm really having issues with safety issues with, working out in my yard, or, hiring strangers, people I don't know, and then they pull some kind of corruption issues on my property. So I told you all about that, and you were good about, coming over and taking care of it. I will pay you fair. I paid you more than fair last time. I thought we were good. Can you call me back and let me know what's going on, please? At least let me know if you're not going to do this. I don't want to bother you.
Your recording has reached the maximum length. To replay your message, press 1. To delete and re-record your message, press. Hi, Ernest. This is Stephanie again. You was at the concert last night. I was driving when I called earlier. Sorry about that. Casey told me the other day to try to call your phone at 5. So anyway, we're really not trying to bother you. I need to get this work done. So I liked your work. I thought you were happy working over here. You were very nice and happy about it when you left. I don't know what happened to where I can't get in contact with you. So I'm curious, has something happened that you're not going to get about it last time after we worked for the third time. Now, can you let me know if you're going to do marriage without get ready for sale and kind of relax and your message has been sent. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Okay, I've sent him that message. Another person that has recently passed away that he was contacted by law enforcement. They actually, he had an encounter leaving my home, walking to his house, and that, he lived around the corner. They've found him hung in his home last month. He killed himself, but he had tried to make things right with me because he had informed me that, law enforcement had been in contact with him as far as issues about me, their interest in me. Okay, so that's something that will be told in court. I read that from my evidence. That will be told in court. But the man was found suicided in his home last month. But that makes me feel very, very bad, knowing that he knew things about the corruption here in Tulsa and was very sorry to me, trying to get back in my good graces after pretty much explaining this to me. That yes, law enforcement had been in contact with him and their interest was with me. And that he had a warrant. He had a warrant that was 10 years old. He had moved away to Chicago and been gone for 10 years and didn't take care of it. So he had a local DUI case that he did not adhere to. He did not take care of. And they dropped the charges on that case. But their interest was with him working for them against me, sabotaging me. So this is for evidence for court, for a lawsuit that I'm going to have to file, because these people are getting in contact with my family, my friends. Law enforcement is doing this, and they are slandering my name. They are letting people off of that may have something, a mark on their record. If they're associated with me and they have a mark on their record or any kind of issue with law enforcement, they're using that as leverage. And then this man actually, he killed himself. And I'll tell you what, people I've known, of my peers, he would be the last person to do something like that, to kill himself. He was actually pretty, kind of arrogant, a little bit. Not arrogant, but prideful about himself. I just don't believe he killed himself. I honestly don't. But the corruption here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm just for my attorney. It is September 24th, 2021, 7:50. This is an hour off. 7:50 p.m. Thank you.